You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bag.
Playing 2K, how much does it mean to you to come home and jump into NBA 2K, and what does that mean to you as somebody who's on the front lines?
You know, the thing is, I love working in healthcare just as much as I love playing video games.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony in a the starting group for Orlando. RJ Barrett is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Anthony. And it's Mills in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, Robinson is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's AI. And it's Irving at the point guard. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
You have to be careful around Kevin Durant because this guy loves to get fouled on the way up. He views free throws as easy points.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Harder, and he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And AI throws it down.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. 4-point game. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism. But make no mistake about it, RJ Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And count it from 19 feet away.
Well, it's all about how do you get the best players on your team, the shots they want in the offense. Put RJ in pick and roll and let him go to work.
Here's AI. And that one, good. 6 points for AI.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. He talked about the need to be tough with KD, physically and mentally. Coach said, we understand he's going to go on runs, even against tight defense. We can't get down on ourselves or start forcing things at the other end as a result. We'll see if they can maintain that even keel throughout the game. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Carter kicks to Barrett. 5 on the clock. And Barrett slams it in.
That's coming with force. RJ Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Irving passes to KD. To the inside. Here's AI. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 10 points for AI.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
You know, that one's a tough one to take. You force the extra session, and then you have the heartbreak of not being able to get it done in the extra session. Brutal.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Pass to Covington. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Bamba. Here's Herter. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Okeke, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now the pass to Herter. There's 1:26 left here in the first quarter. Covington passes to Okeke. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 8. To the paint. AI kicks to Irving. Back to AI. Stolen by Bamba. Fultz against Irving. From 10 feet out, Covington wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
And AI throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Inside. And it's blocked by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. A nice shot by AI.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Passes to Okeke. And stolen by AI. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's Herter. 11 points for him in that last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Clock at 4. The 19-foot shot. Unable to get that one. And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Mohamed Bamba, and it's Fultz in at the 1 spot. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Washington Wizards.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Wizards was terrific. He scored 54 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
KD's checked it. Swap here for Brooklyn. Robert Covington's checked in for the Magic. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant. It has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
The Magic trail by 13. 1:16 left to play here in the half. And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Mills looking it over. Count it. Good. Mills has got his first points in this one.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pass to Carter. Back to Mills. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. To the middle. And AI throws it down.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony, the pass to Mills. Back to Anthony. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Anthony's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And AI throws it down.
Woo-hoo! Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by AI. For the three. And so it's Brooklyn. 13 points up at the... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from AI.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's AI. Then it's Robinson. And it's KD in at the fourth. Now Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And AI throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The three from Anthony. Robinson pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Lock at 6. Anthony. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Nets leading by 15. Pass to AI. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving dishes to Harden. Feeds it to AI.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Brooklyn, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. He throw good, AI. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And the basket by Harden.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The pass to Hollins. Now, here's Bamba. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Herter. The layup missed.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And AI throws it down.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hollins with it, working on AI. And here's Fultz. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
1:11 left in the third. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fultz has got his second basket of the night.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
So for the Nets, Brown is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And a switcher also for Orlando. Covington's checked in. Fultz with the ball. Right wing. Herter passes to Bamba. Back to Herter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. Fultz against Irving. AI up top, inside, and AI throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Herter. He's covered by Brown. Over in the corner, Isaac. Over AI. Isaac misses.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And so it's Brooklyn taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so in the game, and another one falls.
Another night, another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
Greg, you're right. He is edging ever closer to the second place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark of 37 firmly in the rearview mirror, he is now marching towards Wilt's 1963 mark of 52 games of 40 or more. Just a legendary season.
Here is Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound, nets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That free throw missing. Robinson's checked in for Bruce Brown. And he's good on the second. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Anthony against Irving. Anthony kicks to Mills. Over Harden. Again, the Magic score.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And AI throws it down.
Well, a point guard's responsibility in part in today's NBA, get their guys going. Kyrie Irving doing just that.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Magic was saying to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim. R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
And AI throws it down.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. The Magic trail by 15. Pass to Barrett. Back to Anthony. Releases. The Magic again can't hit. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Outside Robinson. To the middle. Here's AI. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first free throw is good. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. And both free throws good for AI. 1:58 left in the fourth. Anthony looking it over. Durant against Isaac. Shoots over KD. And the basket by Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac has got a high release, excellent balance in the mid-range, really nicely done.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're in front by 15. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Robinson kicks to AI. Robinson against Bamba. AI off target at the rim.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Mills can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And in what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and it'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding season we watched this team play.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from AI.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
So much money, you gotta put that on scale. We ain't not going back to being broke. One time for